everyone, I thought I would just show you a couple of readings I have available for end of year or year ahead type readings as we are going into 2018. So I have two styles of readings that I'm offering for for a discounted price for the months of December and January. These are really great for the beginning of the year, but they're also good too for things like birthday or Samhain or any time where you just kind of want to know what's kind of coming ahead for the year ahead. It doesn't have to be, just in January. So this particular one is based on the astrological houses. And so it shows you what themes are going on for the year ahead in each particular area. So this one is the 12 house reading, and it's available on my Etsy shop. And for this one, I actually use 6 different decks. I apologize for the glare over here. I'm trying to, glare. All right. So what I use for this one is I'm using 7 different decks. The decks that I use are, I have the Mythic Oracle, the Gods and Titans, as well as the Goddesses and Sirens decks, the Ascended Masters, as well as the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, and finally the Goddess deck. Sorry, let's see. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. Make that a little. Okay, there we go. So, and that's that one with that backing. I don't have the original box anymore. So what I do is, in order to know which deck to pull from, I actually use a dice. I've labeled them all numbers 1 to 6, and then I ask for this particular position, which deck should I pull from, and I do that. I roll the dice, and then the deck that comes up, that's the one that I pick, because I've labeled them all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then I go around the chart, and as you can see, they are all different gods and goddesses and archetypes. So it really helps you to know what archetypes you're working with in each particular area. For example, and this is just an example reading. Let's pull that out just a little bit. In the first house here, which is the house of how we see ourselves, we have pleasure. And so it's really asking this individual for the year to really look at how they experience pleasure in their lives, and particularly in the area of how they view themselves, their self-image, and their relationship to themselves. Whereas in the second house, which has to deal with money, Hades or death comes up. So they might need to let go of some ideas that have to do with money and finances. There may be some kind of loss that they've had recently involving finances, and they may have to let go of certain ideas about it. So as you can see, it really helps to know what kind of archetypes you're working with for the year ahead. And then I pull a card in the middle, a central card for the overall theme of the year and what overall theme is going on in all areas. And this, it says peace. So it's really looking at coming to peace with oneself and with the different areas of life, and how we can promote more harmony and peace in our lives. So this is just like I'm not going to go through all the cards. I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like and what you can kind of expect with this particular reading. And also maybe you want to do this reading for yourself with your own cards. You don't necessarily need 6 decks like I have. You can have 1 deck or 2 deck, and then go around and do all the astrological houses if you know the houses, and see what archetypes and themes are coming up for you for the year ahead. Let me know if you decide to do this for yourself. I'd love to know, what kind of results you got. But I find this one really, really helpful, and I like to do it on New Year's Eve because it kind of gives me an idea of what archetypes I'm working with. I'm also thinking of offering a really quick 1-card reading for your word of the year. I know a lot of people like to do that, have a word for the year. I've done it not last year, but for 2016, I actually got this card, which was Rhiannon and Self-Trust, and it helped me to know who to work with for the year. I worked with Rhiannon and really worked on self-trust, and that was the year that I went and did the Worst Driver show, which was kind of interesting because, we have the horse and movement, and also I really had to, kind of learn to trust myself a lot. So it was really, really helpful in knowing kind of what the theme was for the year ahead. So I'll be offering this reading on my shop, the 12 houses, but I'm also going to offer a 1-card reading for a cheap price of just, what your theme for the year is, or maybe what god or goddess you can be working with for the year of 2018. So that's going to be on my shop. Now I'll show you the second type of reading that I have and this is just called, the second one is just called the year ahead. So I will quickly pick all these guys up. Okay. The second kind that I have is also a 13 card reading, but this is more of a month by month reading. This is with the Druid Animal Oracle cards. And I really love working with these for doing a month by month reading because they have the animals on them, which I think we can all kind of relate to. It's not specifically religious. You don't have to be pagan or anything. Whereas the other reading, I think a lot of people who are more pagan or interested in working with archetypes might like that particular reading. This one is more about the animal energies that are going on in your life and what energies you need to work with for the year ahead. So I always start over here. So for example, in January, we have Raven energy. So this person might want to work with things like developing their intuition, developing their sixth sense, also their sense of protection, developing their boundaries, things like that for the month of January. And then February we have the Hare, but it's reversed. So in February, this person again needs to work with their feminine side, being more flexible, being more adaptable. Also to working with their intuition. Maybe they need to, you know, start doing some more, if they work with goddess energy, doing some more goddess work. Also, you know, are they hiding from things? Are they running away from things rather than facing things? So things like that, and it can help you know what energies you're working with for the year, month by month. And it's another great way just to kind of look at the year ahead. And again, I pull a 13th card for kind of a symbol, an animal energy that you might be working with for the whole year. So in this case, it's the Air Dragon, which is all about inspiration. Inspiration hitting you, the lightning strike, having, you know, focusing on the thoughts that you have more. So working on things like making sure your thoughts are positive, working on self-talk, things like that will be an overarching theme throughout the whole year. So this is another one I'm also going to be offering on my Etsy shop. It's just called the Year Ahead reading. Maybe I'll call it the Year Ahead Animal Oracle card reading. That way it's a little more specific. But I would also, you know, this is one too that you can do if you have a set of cards like this. It could be animal cards, crystal cards, tree cards, whatever it is that you have. Even tarot. I like to use Oracle for this particular one. I really like the animal energies that are in this. I think that it is just a really great thing to work with. And then too, if you during that month you see that particular animal, or maybe you see it on television, or you see a symbol of it, like, you know, you're obviously not going to see a dragon walking around, but you might see a drawing of one or something. It kind of is a reminder to you, like, oh, okay, I need to work on this particular energy. So that's why I really like this reading too. And it's one that I also use for my year ahead reading. And this one too, again, you don't necessarily have to use it for New Year's. It could be like birthday or any other time of year that you mark as sort of like a new beginning of some kind. So let me know if you do this reading as well, what you think. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.